What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with the... It's probably MASU, like an abbreviation, but I'm going to call it the MASU, because why not? I believe it's the MASU 160, I think? Helicopter. This is actually pretty cool. I know I haven't been doing a whole lot of small builds recently, but part of that is because I like there to be a lot to walk through and stuff, and small ones don't typically have a lot of interior. But since my episodes have been like 45-minute plus long lately, I decided let's throw some smaller builds in here. And this was actually a viewer submission that I got off of my Discord channel, which if you're not on that, I encourage you to log into that or sign on to it or whatever the term is for Discord. I don't know. Yeah, the link for that should be in the description and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is actually a really cool idea though, because a lot of times you see choppers and they're, like realistic. It's the medevac or their attack gunships or something like that. This is kind of like a luxury-ish kind of transport chopper, which is pretty cool. It's even got cool fold-down landing gears, it looks like. Can't say I've seen that one before. Obviously, we've got the atmospheric thrusters. Now, that is one thing, being that these are all atmo thrusters and not like hydrogen or something. This is obviously a planet-based helicopter. You couldn't use it in, like, space or something. But, I mean, why would you have a helicopter in space? I don't know. It's Space Engineers, so we're just going to have to cover it. But... I really like the use of, this is a vanilla to the best of my knowledge, and I think it's pretty cool that we're making use of the small grid glass blocks now, because that's a thing that you don't need mods for anymore. Alright, so we got a cool, almost like a scissor door kind of thing, which is pretty neat. I really like that. And they seem to work pretty well, too. There's not a lot of clanging or banging around or anything. Pretty nifty. So yeah, as you can see, we've got a fairly roomy transport area for the passengers, complete with wood flooring, which we all know how much I enjoy wood flooring and stuff. Now this is kind of interesting, even going as far as to use small rotors so that these seats are slightly... at an angle, I think is a nice touch. And we even have a couch back here, which is pretty crazy. So it looks pretty fancy from the inside. I really like it. Now, as to how you get into the cockpit, that's something I'm rather curious about. I also have to give props, literally, for the props. I mean, for the propeller. Ow! I thought I cleared that. Good thing we're not in survival. This is actually pretty cool. I really like it. Obviously, it's going a little fast for me to analyze it too closely, but I mean, it's obviously just a couple of rotors. I'm not really sure how that works, other than, I guess, maybe a second rotor for displacement? Maybe? So that you can get the height you want? I'm guessing also... you grab the seat through here. I don't see a way for this to, like, open as, like, a hatch or anything. So, we've got... Alright, that... Is this the one? Is this the flight seat? Come on. Come on. Work with me. Thank you. Alright, so I don't actually see any controls really set up. And I can't seem to move it like this, so I'm guessing that there is a remote block somewhere. Maybe. Remote control. Alright, so control, blah, 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 main control, got it. So we use that. Now we've got control of the chopper. Alright, so what are we looking at here? We've got front gear, left door, right door, rotor blades. Nothing for the back gears? I guess they just stay where they are? Huh. Well, that's nifty. I guess they just kind of stay as they are. That's cool. I thought they all would have had to come down at some point. Alright, so let's give her a whirl. I mean, it actually accelerates and stuff really good. It's a pretty quick little chopper. I'm not gonna lie. And actually, it is kind of neat doing a helicopter because if you're working with the mechanics, you don't really have to worry about, like, I guess there are lateral thrusters on it, it looks like, just in case, but I mean, you don't really have to worry about, like, downward thrusters or anything. You don't have to have every single direction because theoretically a chopper shouldn't flip over. You know, you never know, but, so the 4 button, oh, now that's cool. Not cool, but cool. The reason I said that's cool is because I hit the rotor button, the timer block for the rotors, and what I realized is it looks like the timer block also controls the thrusters. So if you turn off the rotor, you actually can't fly, which is a really, really nice touch. I really like that, because I was thinking, oh, okay, that's kind of cool, it's just for show. No, it's not. It actually makes you have to use the rotor. Sorry, helicopter. It's a really nice helicopter. I feel bad beating it up, but yeah, it actually moves really nice. I like it. This would be a fun little whirlybird to fly around all over your base or something. This would be kind of cool. So overall, I really like it. And of course, I always love the luxury aspect of it. That's a pretty cool idea as well. So with that, we're gonna wrap this one up and let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, so next up we have the Valdian Hauler 3. I'm guessing, given the name, that it's predominantly a cargo-ish type vessel. This was another viewer submission through, I don't know if this one was YouTube or Discord. I'm going to go with YouTube, I believe. And I actually picked it because, I mean, the viewer that recommended it to me that had built it was saying that it had spinny things in the core. I mean, it looked really cool. I can neither confirm nor deny whether a large portion of this one's inclusion had to do with the idea that it had spinny things involved. I will say, though, it actually has some interesting things like this. This is actually a pretty nifty little landing gear idea, where you're basically just using a wheel to essentially just dampen the impact when you land, but it's not really going to roll or do anything. I don't think they can roll this way. I'm pretty sure they're a static block that way, which is really neat. It's a cool idea. I've never actually seen just these, like, peg landing gears before. That's pretty nifty. I kind of like it, actually. I also like ships with some cooler themes. Like, this one has kind of this, I'm gonna call it a cobra shape, mainly because it reminds me of, like, the fin? Gill? I'm not really sure what those things on cobras actually are, but I'm gonna go with gills, because I know they're not, because they don't breathe underwater with them, but you know, the little, like, wing things that come off of their neck when they get mad or whatever. It kind of reminds me of that. Also mildly resembles a cobra symbol, for those of you that remember G.I. Joe. You know, but it's not, I don't think it's the cobra colors, though. It would need to be, like, gray and red or something. I forget. But anyway, I digress. So we have a very nicely done, clearly visible, and not in any way hidden door, which is always it always earns points, in my opinion, with design. I mean, designs need to really be clear where entrances and exits are. It's for safety, you know? If you have an explosion or a reactor malfunction, you need to know how to get out really quickly. And if you've got these obscure doors, it's not going to go well. I'm just forewarning everybody. Can I access these, though? Can I close them? Oh, I guess I have to have my HUD on? No, you don't. I just had to be in the exact right position, apparently. Because controls are finicky. Do we not have gravity? Or I could have just used the button panel, like a smart person. Yeah, we're just gonna move on. So that's gonna be the front, I believe. I'm actually a little bit surprised that this doesn't have gravity on it. So we have kind of our CIC area here. Also, I wanted to point out that this does use, I believe, some of the decorative DLC, as you can see here, but it doesn't use mods. Neither of these use mods. Actually, I don't think any of them on this episode use mods. Alright, this is weird. Is this? Okay, it's glass. Whoo! I was like, why do we have just a door here and it's open to space? No, it's glass. This is, however, not vented, it looks like. Or airtight. Yeah, we don't have any air in here. Wow, this is a weird... I'm gonna go with maintenance. Like, this is the maintenance... Literally maintenance wing, because I think you're out in the wing at this point. But since it's all just kind of tanks and gyros and stuff, and there's no real... Oh, sorry. I could probably... Woo! That is a bright purple. I wasn't even thinking about it would be harder for everybody to see, so turn the lights on. But yeah, I'm guessing this is kind of the... Oh, okay, there's the landing gear for one of the gears. Yeah, this has got to be the maintenance area. There's really not a whole lot here, and it's kind of unceremonious, you know, just kind of here. So, of course, you know, you're going to give your engineers the hard job. Be like, nah, everybody else has walkways and cool signs, but this is the engineering department. This is you guys' place. You just get space. Whoop. Did not mean to grab that. Okay. And one other cool thing I like about this ship design is also one completely unrelated note, but kudos to the builder for not using jet black. I have found, at least 90% of the time, in games, 3D modeling, whatever, if you're making custom stuff, custom materials or whatever, paint, and you do like jet black, it usually looks super unrealistic. Oh, it's the sound blocks. I was like, where's that music coming from? That's funny. But yeah, so kudos for not using like complete black. At least I don't think you did. If you did, then I missed it, because it looks more like a gunmetal or a charcoal gray. And I think that looks actually a lot better than straight black, because like I said, there's no reflections and stuff. It's too dark. It looks fake at that point. Work with me, door. Okay. So we have... Okay, so this isn't actually a second bridge. I thought it was a second bridge. This is more of an observation area, which is cool. We've got a transparent LCD there. And these sound blocks are messing with me. I'm like, where's the music coming from? Is there a bad guy? What's going on? Oh, it's the jukebox. Ah, okay. Never messed with that block before. So... that's going to be the other entrance area. What do we have back here? Ooh, this is a nice touch. I like that. We got kind of the every other glass beam kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Crew quarters, I'm guessing? Maybe? See, it's gotta be crew quarters. I was gonna say, it's either the crew quarters or a brig, but I've never seen a brig with your own, like, bathroom locker. Usually it's just a bunk. And we got a med bay here, which is pretty cool. Up! I'm seeing spinny things. Investigation is required. Yeah, nice med bay. I like it. And then you got actually the functional med bay and cryo, just to make it legit, so it's not just... I am a little bit surprised about the gravity, though. That's the only thing, because you guys know me. I hate mag boots, or rather, I hate how they snap to things. Like, I'm thinking this is a separate grid or something somehow, because they bounce right here, And if this was all part of one grid block, it shouldn't do that. So I'm guessing they're using multi-grids to make it work. And so because of the multi-grids, this is not that thick. Like, it shouldn't be something you even notice walking over, but because it's a multi-grid, your mag boots hop all over, and it gets... So that's the only real reason I would be a big gravity proponent. It's not really because it's necessary with the mag boots, it's because mag boots suck. Like this. Why would you grab the wall when I was facing this way? I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Back to the ship. Also, like this is pretty cool. Using the inverted corners and all that kind of stuff, and then adding a color block here in an alternate pattern. It almost gives it like a Black Widow shape, that hourglass. But it's really cool. I like it. It's a simple thing. Like, the blocks don't change. The blocks are the same as they would be anyway, but it adds a little bit more style to it. I like it. Nice touch. I do feel like lighting and color palette and where you put your accent colors and things like that can make or break a build. You can do the whole build in like gray and it looks it's okay, but you do these like theme colors where everything's purple and black or gray or whatever, you know, and you do these like cool little patterns and stuff, and it starts actually being kind of neat. Here we go. We have a spinning reactor. I do like spinning things. The one thing that I actually think I like more about this than the fact that it's spinning is the shape. This is a really cool shape. It's kind of got almost a pyramid-ish crystal kind of shape. It's kind of different. Actually, if I had to compare it to anything, I would compare it to, man, I'm aging myself now, the original Transformer cartoon series back in the 80s, when they were on Cybertron, before they came to Earth, the Decepticon jet design, for all of you that know that specific model, that's very specific, but it's what it reminds me of, is kind of that semi-triangular, but still kind of have wing. I like it, it's really cool. Yeah. I've just referenced G.I. Joes and Transformers in the same episode, so spoiler alert, getting older. Because I'm sure there's some people that are like, oh, the new ones! No, not the new ones, the ones that were actually cool. Alright, so this is probably going to be the main. Ooh, we've got a cool 3D thing. I don't know how they do that. I know it's run from scripts, I believe, but I don't know how, on a two-dimensional thing, how they made the graph do that. That's the part I don't quite get, like... And, I mean, I know how dumb that sounds when you go, well, you're playing a game on a two-dimensional screen and you're seeing a 3D... I know. I'm just saying... You're working with just pixels and I know games are just pixels. Anyway, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna drop it. You guys get the point. It's crazy. Very, very creative on the scripter part to be able to do that. It's cool. Anyway, moving right along. We have cruise. Oh, it has cruise control. I know there's autopilot scripts, but I can't say I've ever seen a ship that has had cruise control before. That's pretty cool. We have a docking script. Now that's interesting. Hauler, port and starboard connector, aft connector, docking. Wait, why is there two docking? Switch lock. Oh, on off. Okay. Thrusters have a timer block. Why do they have a timer block? Maybe for... Anyway, I don't know. Let's see how she flies. Now, I don't know what kind of tanks and stuff it has, but it actually accelerates really quick. And moves really nicely. Actually, it's fairly responsive. This would actually make a pretty good, like, survival type ship where it's just like a single player or you and a couple people or something. It's small and maneuverable, but yet I don't know if it had refineries or anything on it. Maybe it wouldn't have everything you need, but it's pretty cool. I really like it. I think it works pretty well. And it does have some weapons on it. It looks like 4 gun turrets on the front there with some solar panels for renewability. And although the spinning parts were kind of the reactor, I did see batteries on them. So it's not like solely uranium powered or anything like that. What does the thruster timer do? I'm curious. So it looks like it just turns them all off. I wonder why it's on a timer block. Maybe there's a sequence it needs to turn on and off with. Anyway, but, or it's probably possible that it needs to be on a timer for the cruise control part and stuff like that. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Let's move on to the last one. Alrighty, and last but not least, we have the Cygnus Starliner. Now, coming back to the first one that was a chopper that had luxury to it, we're kind of doing the same thing here, as this is kind of a luxury transport. Which, I don't have to explain to you guys, I don't think at this point, how much I'm always like, ooh, cruise ships in space. That sounds fun. Actually, I hope I pasted it in right. I'm noticing a lot of glass here at the bottom, but I think I did. Maybe? I'm not sure. We'll have to, let's see, which way is this oriented? I think we got it. I think we did it right. I'm gonna say we did it right. But, one thing that's different about this ship is typically when you see, like, the luxury yachts or things like that, a lot of them are covered in glass and stuff, which I think is really cool, but I'm actually not seeing it a lot in this one. It's got these actually really neat use of the new window blocks, though, where you got this really cool groove where you can see up through it and stuff like that, instead of having the whole thing be some kind of glass ship. I actually think this is one of the best uses of that glass block I've seen in a while. I don't know why it's sticking either. I'm not sure if it's still loading or what, because I've got a solid sim speed frame rate and then it'll just kind of pop for a second. So I'm thinking it's still trying to load something, but lots of ion thrusters there. It does have hydro and ion, so I'm kind of thinking it's probably capable of doing both. Actually, nope, I take that back. I don't see any vertical hydrogen thrusters, so I'm going to say it's designed for space, because you can get away with no atmo thrusters in an atmosphere if you have hydrogen, but I don't see any vertical ones, which ion wouldn't be enough to hold a ship up in an atmosphere. So, really neat idea, though. I do kind of like the ventral side here. It's pretty... It almost looks vertical, though, here, which is really interesting. I can't wait to look at this thing. I'm almost wondering if it's supposed to be like this. I'm almost wondering if it's like a vertical ship. But, because, like, everything looks flat this way. Like, it's neat. If that's the case, that's really cool, because you don't see that done very often. So we'll shut the hangar doors, just because. We'll totally open the airlock before we're supposed to, because creative. VIP lounge, executive suites, passenger areas, airlock. I'm guessing it's saying this level is the hangar. Bridge, crew quarters, drive core, reactor control. So we want to go top to bottom then, so that we end up kind of around the bridge last, and we can test the maneuverability. So let's try that. Oh, crew only. I said crew quarters. I'm like, well, we went the wrong way already. Alright, so we have the clinic, which is cool. Do we have... Alright, we have artificial gravity, so it probably doesn't matter that the ship flies this way. If the gravity is facing this way, you'll be oriented correctly no matter. So if that's really cool. I can't say I've seen too many ships do that one, where you fly horizontal, but inside the ship you're standing vertically. And if that's the case, this is a freaking cool ship, because that's an idea I really think is neat. It's kind of making use of the oddities of space, if you will. Clinic crew areas. Wow, this is cool. I did see some of this in the screenshots, but like these central areas and things. This is really cool. I really like it. It almost seems like this right here almost seems hotel-like. So we have an airlock here. Oh, look at this. This fanciness. Got a vent down here. And the armories and all that. Well. Fancy schmancy airlock. Alright. Passenger area goes up here. I've always loved these when people do it this way, these like vertical stairs. Not necessarily because you couldn't do them, it just, they look super steep. I'm like, well, if you have, I guess grandma isn't coming on the ship because that is not wheelchair friendly. You know, it's like, I mean, granted, I'm assuming a lot. I'm assuming grandma's in a wheelchair. She could be out running marathons. I don't know. But still, I just always found it funny when they use stairs vertically, because I just constantly look at them like, dang, that's a climb. Ooh, this is cool. I love this kind of loft type thing where you can look down to the floor below. Yeah, see, this hologram thing implies that you're standing this way, but it actually flies the other way. That's cool. All the screenshots had it horizontally, so I give up. I don't know if it's supposed to fly vertically or not now. We'll know when we get to the bridge, I suppose. We've got bathrooms, clinic and airlock, that's where we came from. Suites and conference room. Hyperion Lounge, conference area. Where's this go? Oh! We have a multi-layer lounge. How fancy. I like the dim light. You know, you're in like the... Well, this actually looks more like a conference area. That's really cool, though. Like, you could sit and chit-chat and whatnot and have a view of space. That's so cool. Alright, what goes up this way? I'm trying to figure out if that's... I guess it's both. That's the conference area, those are the lounges, I guess. Now, that's the only thing. I'm not sure I'd want to be having a meeting, like, in the open, in a conference room, and then have, like, there's no doors or anything. But, this looks like suites, I'm guessing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. That's not... Okay. Only complaint about this so far. You've got like a room or a suite, but then because that's open over there, you could just like hear like everything going on the other room. That's like worse than an adjoining door. But that would be my only complaint about that setup so far. This is pretty cool. This almost feels very hotel-like, where, you know, how you can look out your balcony window or something and see a bunch of other rooms and stuff. That's pretty cool. Alright. And I'm guessing this is just another floor of rooms. They're laid out slightly different. Oh, this is actually the conference room, or a conference room. Okay, that's better. That makes more sense. And you got a couple more rooms. Alright, okay, that's cool. Rooms 11 and 12 and executive stairs. Ooh, we have executive stairs. Alright, that actually seems more roomy than the other rooms. So although it says rooms 11 and 12, kind of leaning more towards those might be suites. What is this? What is this going on? Where's that lead? Okay, yeah, once again, you've got space up here, graded floor there, open here, like that, yeah. They're rooms, and they're nice rooms. I'm not so sure about their privacy, though. Alright, so we went up to the executive stairway, I guess. This is super cool, though. Like, check that out. Got these big, tall, almost cathedral windows. This, I'm gonna say modern lighting, or kind of hanging chandelier looking thing. This is a really cool ship. Like, layout alone is really cool. Not even so much what you did with each rooms or anything, just the way that it's laid out is really neat. It's very different, and I really, really enjoy that. This seems like... Oh, this is like the VIP suite or something. You got your own bathroom, two-way entrance, bigger bed, desk, couch, and kitchenette, and it, like this is the fancy room. Okay. Didn't see a sign, but I probably missed it for what's up here. Oh, is this another one? Ooh, this is the other cool part. They have like different room layouts and stuff. Not so sure how I feel about that. It's kind of hard to access, but you got like a little seating couch thing, a full bed. This reminds me, it's not the same, but it reminds me of the suite in Passenger, or The Passengers, or whatever that movie with Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence is, where he like breaks into the suite or whatever and uses that one instead. Reminds me of that. It was just, this is a little smaller, and that one, it was like the bed was way over there and it overlooked it, but it's got that kind of loft feel. Alright, VIP lounge. Man, this ship is crazy awesome. Got a little couch there, a bar and kitchenette area, looks like. Man, alive. Like, I think mostly color palette and all that stuff aside, I think I'm just very impressed with how this ship is actually structured. It's very, very different from other ship designs and layouts. A lot of ships tend to not be the same, but follow similar conventions that you're kind of used to after a while, and this is just very different, and it makes it really, really cool. I hope you guys like it as much as I do, because I think it's amazing. Little easy to get turned around if you're somewhat directionally challenged. Though, like I said, I'm not actually directionally challenged. I usually know where I'm at and where I'm going, but something about this game, I usually get turned around. Alright, like I know... There it is. I was like, I knew there was a way that we came up from that level. Here we go. Now we're back to square one. So we need to go down this way. And then back... Man, there's so many stairs, though. Like, for real, if you're not fit or something, whew, you're gonna have a hard time on this ship. Alright, I missed what this was for, or where we're at. Maybe we're not at anywhere yet, because I don't see any signs for anything. What is this? Crew quarters? I'm gonna say crew quarters, because there's multiple beds. Yeah, I'm gonna say crew quarters. Okay, I see that down there. That is probably the bridge. How do... Oh, there's backstairs. Okay. I was like, how do I get there, though? Alright, gyro access. Hangar... Hangar? Oh, we came in through the hangar. Okay, I was like, wait, I didn't see a hangar. Alright, gyroscope room. I imagine mainly for maintenance. Oh, wait, this is the crew quarter. What? Then what was that? Maybe captain's cabin or something? Possible? Man, this is so cool. This is just very unique. That's, I think, what... Wait, that's the... Alright, I'm getting turned around. No, that sign is saying the bridge is that way. Okay, alright, I'm still with it. Okay, I still got it. Okay, so this is the crew quarters. I thought I was saying the bridge was this way, and I'm like, now wait a minute. Past the bridge. More crew quarters, it looks like. We got a commons area, which is very nice, very nice. Drive core. Ooh, that sounds fun. Got screens and stuff everywhere for, I'm assuming, inventory and whatnot readouts. There's also a lot of catwalk and scaffolding that I'm noticing where it's like there's a lot of space where things are. You can't necessarily get to them without like a jetpack or something. Not that you're supposed to, but I think the catwalks and stuff is probably a lot easier to design where you want people to go than having to like seal all of this up with steel blocks and stuff so that you can't get there. It's more like, no, just follow the catwalks, which is probably a lot easier, and it gives a much more open industrial design. So it's kind of a two birds, one stone. So many stairs. That's all I'm going to say. Like, if there's one negative to this ship, there's so many stairs. Alright, we've got the reactor there. Hydrogen stores. And we're still going down. So many stairs. If you got dizzy... Ooh. I don't think, in real life, if this was what I was looking at, I don't think I would ever use this ladder. I would go down this way. Oh, it doesn't go all the way. Crap. I was like, because I would not want to, like, jump out here and try and grab that in real life. Ugh. I mean, yeah, if we were in this situation, I do have a jetpack. Just saying, that's quite a leap to just step out and grab onto a ladder. That's all I'm saying. Alright. Oh man, more ladders. We finally hit the bottom. Okay. Whew. So yeah, we have the hydrogen tanks there. I honestly just wanted to see how the ladders worked and everything, but yeah, so that's all hydrogen tanks. Good lord, I just realized how many tanks there are. Wow. This must use a crap load of hydrogen to have that many tanks. Good grief. Alright, now let's see if I can find my way through the dizzying staircase back up to the bridge. I will apologize in advance if anyone starts getting motion sickness or anything from running around these. I actually have cap locks on, or I should. Oh, that's fun. I did not. I thought I was moving awful fast. I apologize for that. I had cap locks on the entire time, but apparently I had them on when I exited the planet, where I showed the chopper, and because I exited with them on, when I loaded it back in, it defaulted to the semi-run state, even though the key was on. So now my cap locks is off, but I'm walking. So I apologize. I thought I was moving slow, and I was like, man, I've just got a really good frame rate right now. I'm moving all kinds of quick, but apparently not. Apparently I was actually running around the whole time, so I do apologize for that. Because on these stairways and everything, I was trying to move a little bit slower and not, like, spin the camera and move really fast, because that can get kind of dizzying. But now's a good time to figure that out. Did I look at this? Did I go this way? I don't think I did. Oh, okay. So that's actually out in space. That's some of the ion thrusters. That's interesting. Yeah, I opened a door. Vents are having to fill everything back up again. I thought I opened them in the right timing, but apparently not. Oh well. Alright. Finally got to the bridge. And I just noticed I'm still at a 40-minute episode. Oh well. Alright, so this is kind of cool. We've got this way, which is oriented to the way you walk around the ship. But then we've got this, which is, I'm guessing, the way you actually fly the ship. Which is awesome. I love that it did that. I love that the builder did that. That's so freaking cool. You actually have two different horizon or orientation setups. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so you do fly it horizontally, but you walk around in it vertically, just like I was wondering if you did or not. That's so cool. Alright, so we'll turn on remote. Now, there is one thing. This button right here, it says systems rotor connections, but in the description, that is actually designated as sharing inertia toggle. And it says, while you're not moving, that you need to have the inertia on so the subgrids don't rattle back and forth and keep moving all the time, but it won't fly that way, so we need to turn them off. And you can see we're kind of shifting around a little bit, but that's the only way to let it fly, apparently. The rest of these, I think, are all just thruster, hangar door, lights, and stuff controls, so we don't really need to mess with any of that. For being as big of a ship as this is, it actually accelerates pretty quick. And it's not a fighter or anything, but it actually moves pretty decently. Especially when you think of it as like a cruise liner or something, then it moves pretty good. Overall, I really like the ship, but again, mainly just for the cool ideas that it has. That's the biggest thing, is the different ways that you walk versus fly and stuff. And that's crazy to me, but really, really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But with that, we're going to wrap things up here for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.